If you're a fan of VR, then you probably know about Pimax. Insanely high specs, insanely high price, delays, and products that some people love and some people hate. Now, I would love to get one of their headsets, but I do not have that kind of money, so instead I check on eBay to see if there's any used deals on them. You never know. And if you search Pimax on eBay, you often see their sword controllers for sale. Now, these look weird. These are weird controllers. I'd always been moderately curious about these controllers because they look like a weird hybrid of like everything else. But they cost almost as much as Valve Index controllers and have less features than them, so I just never bothered. And then I saw someone selling one for £25. So I had another moment of weakness on eBay. This is an unholy freak of a controller. It's like 3 different controllers at once, and yet not good. So this part up here, we've got a trackpad, a menu button, and a home button, just like a Vive wand. It's not terrible, it's fine, it could potentially be usable. And then look, we've got this part here, it looks like a Quest controller. And then you've got this part from a Valve Index controller, which means the controller's just kind of suspended in air near you. So you'd think, oh, sick, for VRChat, I've got, just like a Quest controller, but then also like an Index with the action strap built in. And then, for PC VR games, like older ones, I can use it like a Vive wand. It's like, there's a few problems. On a Quest controller, these are capacitive. So basically it can tell, oh, my finger's on this. No, it isn't. So that kind of informs how it's used. For VRChat, it's how you do your gestures and everything. This one doesn't have that. So literally, you want to do VRChat and you want to like do a thumbs up, you'd think, oh, like this, like on a Quest controller. No, you move your finger on the trackpad like it's a Vive wand, which makes this thing almost useless. It's slightly uncomfortable, but it's fine. This part kind of feels weird. Mine is broken. You can see the glue. I got this for £25 on eBay because of the glue. And because of the glue, yeah, I'm not playing this for Beat Saber. I think it would break. Something I completely forgot to mention, there's a door here, and you can pop it off, and then there's a battery, and then you can get the battery out. And yeah, it's a basic, I believe, camera battery. So the idea is you can hot swap them to have longer play sessions. In reality, the battery life in this is just arse to begin with, so you kind of need to use this to get any amount of lifespan out of it, but also does literally anyone care?
So, how do these work in SteamVR? Well, they actually connected and paired just fine, although they map just like Vive wands, which makes sense because the layout is just like a Vive wand. So, first up, Space Pirate Trainer, I found the angle it used to be really uncomfortable. I had to like tilt my wrist down so far that it like actually hurt. That's because I used the laser sword, and that's like a weird playstyle. I know for the gun it was theoretically fine, but I like using the swords in Space Pirate, damn it. And yeah, it was kind of weird.
Like, this angle just isn't good.
For Suppod, it actually worked quite decently. The game doesn't require a lot of buttons, it's literally just a trigger and a grip button, and using the grip button on the Vive ones is very uncomfortable. So using the newer style of grip is actually much more preferred, and yeah, if it weren't for the tracking on mine being busted, it'd be fine. Yeah, no, the tracking on it is really quite bad. It's a lot more jittery, it often like lags behind my Vive wand. All in all, it just isn't great, but I'm willing to blame most of that on the fact that mine is damaged. And lastly, VRChat. Yes, I'm back in my original Vive headset with a microphone taped to the controller. Yes, it works. Don't question it. And unfortunately, I am using 2 Vive wands for this, because that Pimax controller stopped bloody working. Literally, no matter how hard I tried, it just would not track. So anything I said in the previous segment about, oh, it's only a little bit bad with the tracking sometimes, no! It works like half the time. Sometimes I'm able to connect it and then it just works. And sometimes you connect it and then it's just, oh, it's searching for it, and it keeps searching for it. It will never stop searching for it. It is just constantly unable to track the controller. I can point it literally directly at my base station or directly at my other base station and it will track for like a second, and then as soon as I move it away back to where I am here, it goes I've tried, so screw it, I'm using another Vive one because this thing actually tracks properly. This is exactly what I deserve for buying this thing for £25 on eBay when it normally costs like 200. I'm falling over. So when it did work, how was it in VRChat? not great. Yes, the amount of hand presence you get from it genuinely helps with the immersion. Being able to just hold my hand out and the controller just is invisible almost. The hand is there. That's really cool. The only problem is that it is mapped like a Vive wand, and in the Vive wand, if I want to make my hand go outwards, then that is mapped to clicking the grip button inwards, which on a Vive wand is kind of weird, but like the Vive wands are weird to begin with. You just kind of work with it. So the extra hand presence that you get with the active strap is cool, but then immediately cancelled out by the fact that if you want to open your hand, you have to push it inwards, which completely invalidates the entire thing. I personally don't mind using the trackpads of the Vive to move my fingers around, because I was used to it, especially because I came from Windows Mixed Reality, where those controllers did the same thing. But CapSense is so common now. The Index controllers have it, the Quest controllers have it, anything that clones the Quest controllers have it, except the Pimax Swords. Yeah, no, honestly, the main thing that I got out of these for VRChat was just making me realize how much I want Index controllers, or hell, even just active straps for my Pico or Quest controllers. But whatever, it was cheap, content.
So yeah, for certain games they work alright, and for some they don't. The main thing that these controllers have over Vive ones, or even Index controllers, is the polling rate and the amount of tracking IR emitter things. I don't get it. Basically, the idea is that it tracks a lot faster and a lot more accurately. Obviously, this is broken on mine because the tracking thing is broken, so I can't actually test this myself. But theoretically, that is a neat use case. Like, if you're a pro gamer Beat Saber player, like, theoretically, I can see the use case there. If you play Pavlov? Do Pavlov players care about that? I don't know. I'm a VRChat player who then plays all my games standalone on Quest because I kind of gave up on PC VR long ago. Honestly, if you play PC VR games, and only PC VR games, and you hate Meta, and Pico, and Vive standalone, and you want controllers that are better than Vive ones, that track better than Index controllers, but you don't care for the thing of the Index controllers, then theoretically these controllers actually have a use. Notice that's a very, very niche use case. Yeah, no, basically nobody bought these controllers, nobody really talks about them. Even Pimax basically all but abandoned them. Yeah, because believe it or not, built into the controller is finger tracking capabilities. It could have done it the entire time. The whole time, it could have done it like Index controllers, and I got this for £25, and it doesn't work. The hardware's built in, but you can't use it. And why was this finger tracking hardware never enabled? Because developing controllers for SteamVR is apparently a pain in the arse. At least according to Pimax. I'm getting most of this info from right around launch because nobody talked about them up to that point. So yeah, I'll link those down below if you want to do more in-depth reading. This is a very quick video, and again, I only have one of the damn things to test with to begin with. It does kind of suck that they literally built hardware into the controllers that you cannot use and then all but abandon these controllers. They still technically sell them. You can buy them for £200 on their website if you are crazy, but I would not advise doing that. I do not. And now for the Pimax Crystal series, they have knockoff Quest 2 controllers, and for their new headset that they literally just revealed before they even finished with the Crystal series, classic Pimax, yeah, those ones just use knockoff Quest 3 controllers, which, is that really a bad thing? Like, sure, it's kind of neat to see all the different innovation that was happening early on in VR, but at the same time, developers barely even supported Windows Mixed Reality controllers. You think they're going to support Pimax? No way! So, it's kind of sad that we're stuck with literally every controller being a clone of the Quest controller, but what are you going to do? At least they're pretty good feature-wise. And, like, I got this thing for £25, I can't complain. So yeah, that was the Pimax Swords. Ultimately good for some very specific use cases, but for VRChat, no, not even a chance. If you like this video, kind of short form hardware review kind of thing, let me know. I'd love to do more stuff like this. If you've got any ideas for other weird hardware to look at, again, let me know. I will be doing a video on the Pico motion trackers very soon-ish, probably in like 2 months, but I'm working on it. I've got them right now. Stay subscribed for that, and I'll see you next year. Hopefully, it's gonna be better than this year. Whatever. Bye. I want to film this with the Pico. I'm gonna do that. Not Pico, Pimax. I keep getting them confused. Pico and Pimax, they sound so similar. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully this actually gets out in 2024. Whatever. I rotated. Fuck. If you want to see more videos like this, please let me know. And yeah, hope your day's going. Fuck. I need to script myself. Game, why are you making me lean forwards? Stop doing this. I'm gonna tilt my headset up. Why did I think it was a good idea to make an entire scene out of sitting at a bar stool? Ah! Bottoms up. Oh my gosh.